Hey guys, what is up? It's Legion of Gaming here, and we're back today with another episode of our Mass Effect Legendary Edition Let's Play on Insanity difficulty. In the last episode, we completed the Justicar mission to recruit our new squad mate, which is Samara. You can see her over here. She is right now the last accessible squad mate that we know of that we can recruit. So now all we really have left as far as the main missions go, besides, DLC and stuff, is going to be the Reaper IFF, which is the final mission, and there's one more mission before that which we're actually about to get the trigger for. I'm sure you guys will hear Kelly when we walk back up here say, "The elusive man wishes to speak to you in the debriefing room." That's always code for, hey, you're about to get sent on a main mission, so if you have any upgrades or anything you want to do, or any talking you want to do to anybody, go ahead and do it before you go in there. So before we do that, we're going to just go around and give everybody a little chat real quick.
Thanks again, Shepard. Taking the time to help me with my sister. I couldn't have reached Oriana in time without your help. I'm glad Niket tried to redeem himself, for what good it did. Thank you for stopping me, Commander.
What about Oriana?
Are you happy about your sister's relocation?
She has what I wanted her to have. A normal life, and the freedom to choose her own path. And she knows she has an older sister. A friend.
Will you stay in touch?
Are you going to talk to her again?
I honestly don't know. For once, I haven't planned that far ahead. I'll deal with it after our mission. I have to stay focused, and she needs time to adjust to her new home.
It's good to see you smile.
It's funny, I think of you as all business. Good to see that there's a person under there.
The mission's too important to let personal feelings interfere. But thank you, Commander. My sister is safe again thanks in large part to you. I won't forget that.
And 4 more Paragon for us. Now, after this mission, we can basically just go do Tally's loyalty mission and max out our Paragon almost instantly, just because of the way everything plays out. Gonna go ahead and put a 3rd point into energy drain for Shepard, because we should have plenty of shields to drain from here on out in the rest of these missions, because we just have Tallies, we have Garrus's, which Garrus's is really not that much combat, Grunts, then Mordens and Jack. And I'm trying to decide on when we're going to do Lair of the Shadowbroker, because we could probably do it after we finish this next mission, or at least after we finish Tallies. We'll go ahead and we'll talk to Thane in here.
Do you need something?
I want to talk about you.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Certainly.
You're not a typical assassin.
If you don't mind my saying, you don't really seem like an assassin.
You've spent too much time fighting thugs who think custom-painted armor makes them professionals. The Hanar trained my body for this role since I was 6 years old.
6?
You've been killing since you were 6?
Of course not. I didn't make my first kill until I was 12. They were training me. I was not to be used and thrown away. I was an investment.
Investment? That's cold.
You were a child, not an investment.
I've given you the wrong idea. They valued me, yes, as a resource, but also as a person. They regretted their need for me.
Why are the Hanar training assassins?
The Hanar? Excessively polite, worship the Protheans? They don't seem the type who train assassins.
Every species trains assassins. The Hanar are only unusual in that they need other species to do the killing for them. They have a strong grip and natural toxins, but have you ever seen one move quickly outside of water? Or fire a gun?
What did your parents do?
Why did your parents agree to this?
The agreement was made under the Compact. It was an honor for our family.
The Compact?
We live on the Hanar homeworld because they rescued us, some of us, from extinction. We owe them our lives. That is the Compact.
Tell me about the Compact.
What exactly are the terms of the Compact?
There are many things the Hanar can't do, even with mechanical aid. They ask Drell to assist them.
Sounds like slavery to me.
This can't be legal. They made your whole race into slaves.
Don't insult me, Shepard. Anyone can refuse to serve. Few do. We owe our existence to the Hanar. We are proud to repay the debt.
Why are you going extinct?
Why was your race going extinct?
Overpopulation. That must sound trite to you. Humans developed mass effect drive before the problem became acute. Our homeworld, Rakana, had few resources. We hadn't even developed fusion power when the soil began to fail from overuse and pollution. The Hanar found us a century ago. They sent hundreds of ships, evacuated thousands of us. Billions more had to be left behind.
What's your world like now?
What's the state of Rakana now?
Do you read your philosophers? A man named Thomas Hobbes? When all the world is overcharged with inhabitants, and the last remedy of all is war, which provideth for every man by victory or death. As Rakana died around them, my people slaughtered each other for mouthfuls of water, crumbs of food.
Who do you work for now?
But you don't kill for the Hanar anymore. You're freelance. What changed?
I was asleep for a long time, yes. I paid no attention to what my body was asked to do, but then... Laser dot trembles on the skull. One finger twitch. He dies. Then, the smell of spice on the spring wind. Sunset-colored eyes defiant in the scope. The laser dances away. My apologies. Drell slip into memory so easily.
What was that?
Was that one of your assassinations?
Yes. Perhaps we can discuss it later. I've wasted too much of your time.
So as you can see, Thane can have some pretty interesting conversations. We're also going to go ahead and talk to Samara real quick. We won't gain any Paragon or anything from talking to her, I believe. But it's just kind of like the initial conversation type stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot we need to get back and ask about his upgrades.
I believe I can use some of them to increase our...
Show me what it would take.
So, just like with all the other stuff, you can always get the ship upgrades by just going in there and investigating with them. But they will all automatically become unlocked if you go and get that squad mate's loyalty.
Not at all.
We need to
My
have
old contact network often located rare equipment for me.
Let's see what they've got.
And then for him, it's just extra probes. For Samara's, it was doubling your fuel capacity, basically. But you don't have to get those upgrades if you don't want to. The main ones that you have to get, I believe, is Jacob's, Tally's, and because Tally's is the shield, Jacob's is the armor, and then Garrus's for the cannon. And then I think that's the only ones that are like absolutely like you need to get them necessary to keep people from dying in the final mission. But let's
How
talk.
are you?
I've spent much of the last 400 years on my own. It is nice to have a colleague to chat with. I may be rusty at it, however. If you are patient, I would love to talk.
What do you think about the mission?
How much do you know about our mission?
I know that I've sworn an oath to follow you, and that you seek to destroy the Collectors. That is enough for me.
You're not curious?
You don't want to know why the Collectors need to be fought?
When you live by a code that compels you to harsh action, you learn the dangers of curiosity. If I must kill a man because he has done wrong, do I really wish to know that he is a devoted father?
What about your investigation you were conducting?
I'd like to hear more about the criminal you were chasing on Nos Astra.
I hope you will understand if I wish to avoid this topic. It is deeply tied to my code and beliefs. You might say it is personal.
It could affect the mission.
I need to know if this will impact the mission.
It will not.
What do you think about Cerberus?
What do you think of Cerberus?
I've heard rumors, but learned long ago to form my own impressions. There is too much room for interpretation in the opinions of others.
But you're with Cerberus now.
Why were you willing to work for Cerberus when you didn't have first-hand knowledge?
I work for you, Shepard. Our methods may be different, but our goals are not.
Goodbye.
I should get back to work.
It has been my pleasure, Commander.
Then not really any point in going to talk to Jack. We can go ahead and talk to Tally so that way we can get her loyalty mission real quick, and then we'll go to the tech lab to make sure that we do all the upgrades we can before we start the next mission.
So, Kenneth, did you know we've got a crazy woman squatting down in the subdeck?
What? If she touches anything, I'll kill her.
Oh, and the only thing she wears from her waist up is tattoos.
Oh, maybe I should go down and welcome her aboard.
And she's a murderer, has biotic powers that could crush you with a blink, hates everyone in Cerberus.
Damn it, girl. Stop toying with me.
Hey, Tally.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I may need your help. I just received a message from the migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
That's crazy.
Nobody who knows you could believe you betray your people, Tally.
I don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
What's the next step?
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
What's the nature of the charges?
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
How common is this?
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Honora Vanya Vassilani, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians. She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
What happened to her?
Was she convicted?
No. She made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
What's the punishment?
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
Exile's an odd choice.
So no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective. And we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
Just some little interesting tidbits there. As far as the trial procedure, it's basically just going to tell you that the captain of whatever ship that the person accused of treason is currently serving on is basically who's supposed to step forth and defend them. Now, it is supposed to be a Quarian captain, so it should be her Quarian ship captain, not us, technically. I'll help, Tally.
Okay, let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard. I'll program the Normandy with the flotilla's current location. The admirals will be waiting for us.
Alright. So, that is it for the chatting this episode. We're just going to do a quick tech lab check-in, and then we'll go get the mission started for the episode. Duration. And then that'll also get us the cooldown. Since I haven't used Grunt at all, I'm not really going to use the Krogan Vitality thing right now. And then obviously not going to go and do any of those. Don't have any more weapons upgrades that we want to do because we're not having anybody with a shotgun with us.
The elusive man wishes to speak to you in the debriefing room, Commander.
So there you go, and then if you ever try to go into the galaxy map, they'll just say that the same thing. So that's why I was like, you're pretty much gonna get locked into whatever mission they have for you.
Patching the elusive man through, Commander.
Shepard, we got a break. I intercepted a distress call from a Turian patrol. They stumbled onto a collector ship beyond the Corliss system. The Turians were wiped out, but not before they crippled the collector vessel. I need you to board that ship and get some hard data on the collectors. Find us a way to get to their homeworld.
The Turians disabled it. How?
Hard to imagine how a Turian patrol could take out a collector ship.
Reports indicate the hull's intact, but all systems seem to be offline. They could be making repairs as we speak. I'm not saying it won't be dangerous, but we can't let an opportunity like this slip by.
Are the Turians investigating?
If they had a patrol out there, why aren't the Turians sending a recon team in?
They will, eventually. But I intercepted the transmissions. In the meantime, we're feeding them false reports. You're close enough that you can be in and out before the Turians learn the truth.
How'd you hear about this?
Are you sure this information is good?
Information is my weapon, Shepard. It's good.
I'll check it out.
Send me the coordinates and I'll take care of it.
Already sent. Once you're aboard the ship, establish an uplink with Edie. She'll mine their data for information regarding the Omega-4 relay. Good luck, Shepard.
Coordinates punched in. Let's go find us a collector ship.
And so this mission, we are going to be doing Miranda and Thane. But you will get quite a bit of money on this mission if you go and gather up all the salvage and stuff like that. So if you have any big expensive upgrades or anything like that that you've been worrying about not being able to buy from any of the merchants, this can give you a very big boost. Yep, everybody's on the right weapons. And then the other thing about this one as well is that
we have a
this one will give you the ability to get either another weapon specialization,
thrusters are cold,
or you can go and continue down and get like the ultimate basically weapon of what you have. So like for us, it's like the Widow sniper rifle, which is super crazy, insane strong.
Radar scans do not detect any hull breaches on the side facing us. I detect no Mass Effect field distortions. It appears the drive core is offline.
Rendezvous in 30 seconds, Commander. Good luck.
But it's basically entirely up to you what you want to do. What I usually do is go ahead and get the assault rifle training, because honestly I kind of like the Viper, even though it's not as strong of a one-shot potential, and I do greatly enjoy watching the one-shots go down. It's just for the way that the game plays, or at least the way that I like to play out on these difficulties, the assault rifle is just a little bit better. Now, the only thing about it is obviously when you are using an assault rifle, if you're choosing to go with that option, you're not going to be able to aim on the sight, and get your slowdown like you normally would, so you still are going to have times where you're going to want to swap over to that sniper rifle. But
I've never seen a ship laid out like this.
Looks like a giant insect hive.
Penetrating scans have detected an access node to uplink with collector databanks. Marking location to your Shepard, I've compared the ship's EM signature to known collector profiles. It is the vessel you encountered on Horizon.
Maybe the defense towers softened it for the Turians.
The missing colonists might be aboard, if they're still alive.
But so, you guys can kind of watch how I play out the mission to see if that's like a playstyle that you're interested in, or if you would rather just continue to upgrade your sniper rifle. But you can interact with a lot of stuff around here.
Used on Horizon. Only these are empty.
It must have been horrible, trapped in these pods, completely at the mercy of the collectors. These poor souls.
Why would the collectors just leave a pile of bodies lying around?
Test subjects, discarded at the end of the experiment.
Maybe they're better off.
There are worse things than death, like being a test subject for twisted aliens.
Is that supposed to make me feel better? Because it didn't.
And so the first part of this, there's not really any combat, it's just you going through the ship so you can make sure that you get everything. And then this, once you interact with that, is where you're going to get the weapons training. So it's pretty much as soon as you start the mission, you get that. And then if you do go with the assault rifle, it defaults you to the Vindicator, but you can go change it over there to whatever assault rifle you happen to want.
That's a collector. Were they experimenting on one of their own?
EDI, I'm uploading the data from this terminal. See if you can figure out what they were up to.
Data received. Analyzing. The collectors were running baseline genetic comparisons between their species and humanity.
Why?
Are they looking for similarities?
I have no hypothesis on their motivations. All I have are the preliminary results. They reveal something remarkable. A quad-strand genetic structure identical to traces collected from ancient ruins. Only one race is known to have this structure, the Protheans.
Ba ba ba. Yes, the collectors are Protheans. If you were really paying attention to Mass Effect 1, when you see Vigil on Ilos, you would kind of notice that the character model is pretty similar, and kind of infer and put two and two together from the first time that you saw the collectors in Mass Effect 2 that they are actually the Protheans, but they just go ahead and confirm it and come out and say it for you now that you're at this point in the game. But the Protheans are... English is a hard language today, guys. The collectors are Protheans?
My god. The Protheans didn't vanish. They're just working for the Reapers now.
These are no longer Prothean, Shepard. Their genes show distinct signs of extensive genetic rewrite. The Reapers have repurposed them to suit their needs.
Are you sure about this?
You'd think somebody would have picked up on this.
No one has had an opportunity to study a collector genetic code in this detail. I've already matched 2,000 alleles to recorded fragments. This collector likely descends from a Prothean colony in the Styx Theta cluster, but there are signs of extreme alteration. 3 fewer chromosomes, reduced heterochromatin structure, elimination of superfluous junk sequences.
But so basically, yeah, what they're making it seem like is that the Reapers just went and repurposed the Protheans to fit whatever needs they had, which is why you notice that they seem to kind of function almost as a hive mind, right? Where the general goes and disseminates a signal or orders, and then everybody follows those. But what a horrible fate.
The Reapers didn't wipe out the Protheans. They turned them into monsters and enslaved them. Still, they're working for the Reapers now, and we have to stop them.
They're not doing to us what they did to the Protheans.
Let's find what we need before the collectors come to salvage this vessel. Move out.
And so, like I was saying, here is the Widow. Again, very, very good assault sniper rifle, and does a whole heck of a lot of damage. But you're basically kind of going back to the same thing as the Mantis. In the beginning, it'll be like the same amount of ammo, and then basically, you're reloading after every shot. So it's very much designed around when you fire that shot, try to get that kill by amping all your damage with your cloak. Like I said though, I usually go with the assault rifle training, just so that way you're not necessarily as, you know, locked into long range quote unquote combat. And then I will be putting on the Matic assault rifle, not the Vindicator. Can also come over here and get power cells in case you're running low. And then I'm not really a fan of the Geth pulse rifle. That's why I usually do the Matic heavy rifle. And then of course, since we did this, we will have to go back and do all of our disruptor ammo on everything again. But since there's still not gonna be any combat or anything going on, we can just keep moving ahead and doing it.
There must be hundreds of them. How many do you think are full?
Too many.
I detect no signs of life in the pod, Shepard. It is probable the victims inside died when the ship lost primary power.
Come over this way, and basically everything you're interacting with is giving you like anywhere from $6,000 to $15,000 every time that you're finding stuff on this, so that's part of why it's so huge, the amount of money that it
This
gives
looks
you.
interesting.
And then we finally have our third damage protection upgrade.
I compared the EM profile against data recorded by the original Normandy 2 years ago. They are an exact match.
The same ship dogging me for 2 years? Way beyond coincidence.
Something doesn't add up, Commander. Watch your back.
But since we got that damage protection, we'll be able to do the hard shield upgrade now.
They could take every human in the Terminus systems and not have enough to fill these pods.
They're going to target Earth.
Not if we stop them.
This whole layout kind of just reminds me of like the Death Star, where once you go down, and like when they're going in the second one, they're rebuilding, they go down the long chute, and then it just opens up to this huge room once they get to the middle of it.
There, on the platform, a control panel.
Where are the bodies of the collector crew? Careful, Shepard. Something doesn't feel right about this.
Oh really? What was your hint? The fact that we literally have walked across half of a ship and not seen any dead bodies except for the humans and the one Prothean that was getting tested in there? Gee, I wonder what could happen, guys.
Edie, I'm setting up a bridge between you and the collector ship. See if you can get anything useful from the databanks.
Data mine in progress, Shepard.
That can't be good.
Everyone's all right, Joker. What just happened?
Major power surge. Everything went dark, but we're back up now.
I managed to divert the majority of the overload to non-critical systems. Shepard, it was not a malfunction. This was a trap.
Ruh-roh.
We need a little help here, Edie.
I am having trouble maintaining connection. There's someone else in the system. Connection reestablished. I need to finish the data.
So we'll go ahead and
before I can override any systems.
Then you better get it done fast, Edie.
Look out, we've got company.
So, this moving platform is what you're going to be fighting on for this next little bit. That is a Scion over there, so just be careful of it. I usually focus these guys right here because they're going to be the ones moving around. As long as you stay in cover, you know Scion's really not going to do that much to you. It's mostly just going to be a threat for everybody else. So go ahead and do warp there. We'll do our incinerate. Then use warp on him. Then get our crosshairs back over here. Then close. And we'll
Come on,
almost got him before he was able to get taken over by the Collector General.
Coming in. I got it.
I'll go ahead and do that.
The forces of the universe bend to.
Now, what I will say is that it's pretty good,
How's that one?
our new assault rifle, for taking down barriers. And it's not too terrible at taking down armor, but
How's that one?
now we'll just stay down here. And so then, as you can see there, now you just have your 2 scions, now that we've taken care of all the little add-ons.
This will put them down.
And then that's kind of how fighting these things usually goes. We're just randomly, inevitably, one of your squad mates is kind of going to go down. Ooh. I thought I was going to slide in there. It's okay though. Just take us a second to get back to it.
Connection reestablished. I need to finish the download.
I just think I'll just stay on the assault rifle for this first part this time, because it can be kind of difficult to get a shot off on those guys before they get landed over here.
Hostiles!
And warp, and overload, and warp. I just mistimed that really bad.
Connection reestablished. I need to finish the download before I can override any systems.
Then you'd better get it done fast, Edie.
Look out. We've got company.
Heads up.
Alright, warp. Warp. So that's what happened with it. We just gotta wait for the little cyan thing to wear off there. In the meantime, we can just...
Never fear pain. Assuming control.
41% complete.
Come on, speed it up.
So as you can see, it takes down that barrier very, very fast again.
Will know pain, Shepard. You have merely delayed the inevitable.
Oh, really?
You're assuming control.
Go ahead and get ourselves onto the... Use that cloak.
If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will.
might die here, because that's going to stagger us again. That's why I was trying to be a little bit aggro. But probably should have just used the cloak. Yeah. I also could have just brought Miranda and Thane back, but it's alright.
Then you'd
I'm
better
gonna
get it
try
done
just
fast.
being up here.
Look out. We've got company.
So that hopefully our stuff will come off a little bit faster. We'll see.
Enemies in front.
Alright, orb.
Assuming direct control.
Yeah, Thane just went down again, like immediately.
Connection reestablished. I need to finish the download before I can override any systems.
Then you'd better get it done fast, Edie.
Look out. We've got company.
Heads up.
There we go. I'm not sure why it didn't take his Baron all the way on the left.
Direct intervention is necessary.
41% complete.
Come on, speed it up. Just through my shield!
There we go. Alright, incinerate. I will go ahead and swap to sniper rifle here. Alright. And now I should have it pretty easy.
I am simultaneously fighting collective firewalls to over 8,000 nodes. I am tasked to capacity.
We fight as one. Attack. You will know pain. Shepard, if I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will. Will know pain, Shepard.
Alright, and then we're just gonna go ahead and bite the bullet and we'll just use Unity real quick.
Viable possibility. Impressive genetic malleability.
There we go. Just because once that next little wave of guys showed up, I was like, this is getting a little sketchy. There we go. thing. Come on. And then he just proceeds to stand there. I love it. I love it. Alright, and then right on back over here, there should be a thing of power cells.
Reestablish my link to the command console.
And now you're back up to full on all of your ammo.
I've regained control of the platform, Shepard.
Good work.
I knew you wouldn't let us down, Edie.
I always work at optimal capacity.
Did you get what we needed?
I found data that would help us successfully navigate the Omega-4 relay. I have also found a Turian distress call that served as the lure for this trap. The collectors were the source. It is unusual.
That makes sense.
Seems logical to me that they would have sent the initial message as bait.
No, it is unusual because Turian emergency channels have secondary encryption. It is corrupted in the message. It is not possible that the elusive man would believe the distress call was genuine.
Why are you so sure?
I found the anomaly with Cerberus detection protocols. He wrote them.
He knew it was a trap? Why would he send us into a trap?
Don't jump to conclusions.
We don't have time to throw blame around. We'll question him when we're out.
Cerberus is not known for keeping faith.
No, the commander's right. There must be some other explanation.
Commander, we got another problem. The collector ship is powering up.
You need to get out of there before their weapons come online. I'm not losing another Normandy.
I do not have full control of their systems. I will do what I can. Sending coordinates for shuttle extraction.
Come on, let's move.
Alright, so for the rest of the mission, it's kind of just gonna be similar combat to what we had just had there. And then at the end, you're gonna have to fight a bunch of husks. And there's also another one of the Praetorians. The little blue laser eyeball beam guys. Now for right here, they're gonna start flying up, so you kind of want to get right here. So that way you have some cover.
Enemies! I got it!
Assuming direct control.
No! That one!
Are the harbinger of your destiny. Sentient beings need never fear pain. If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will.
And just swap right.
No pain, Shepard. We are the harbinger of your destiny.
And so that's kind of what I was talking about, where you can kind of just swap back and forth in between as you see fit for your sniper rifle and your assault rifle. Again, same thing as over here. You can just want to get over to some cover. And there's going to be another one up there.
Direct intervention is necessary.
And then the next batch is going to come in up here.
Enemies in front!
Get another little bit of ammo here. Be careful of these little abominations. Basically explode.
There we go!
We are the harbinger of your destiny.
So as you can tell, the main difficult ones that you need to kind of focus on taking out,
If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will.
that are going to be the biggest threat to you, is going to be the assassins and the whichever one basically that Harbinger goes and controls. But outside of that, the drones you can pretty much like 2 or 3 shots, so they're not too terrible. And then if you don't want to, you don't have to walk around and get ammo like that, because there's a power cell over here, so it'll fill you back up anyways. I'm just checking to make sure that I'm showing you guys all the locations. So as you can see, we're now back up to R6 on the Metagel. And this is where the Praetorian's going to be here. So that door is where there's going to be a few husks that come through, and then just further to the right over in the open here you're going to have some collector drones. So I recommend that you try to focus them down as fast as you can before the Praetorian shows up, and then take out the husks with your abilities. And then after that, just focus down the Praetorian, because he's going to be the most annoying thing. So as long as you take out all of the little guys that are going to be running around, he's a little bit easier to deal with. So there's the collector drones coming in over there. So since we have a sec, I'll go ahead and use those abilities. And so then, like I said, I would just make sure that you take all of them out before you start focusing him down.
Now let's finish you off!
And so then, you know, whenever he's doing his whole little reset thing there, always feel free to take the time to go scrounge up some ammo for yourself. As you can see, the Matic drops the barriers very fast. You can also do this to just drop aggro if you're ever just caught out of position or anything, because obviously they cannot see you while you are cloaked. And boom, boom, boom. And just keep on waiting for him to come around. Double warp again. And done. This door is going to close, so you might as well just go straight over here.
Edie, we've got a problem here.
A temporary setback on firewall 3217. Rerouting commands through firewall 7164.
Down there. That's where we came aboard, isn't it?
One last little salvage bit.
This is valuable.
And then we got tech damage as well. And then another little open area combat here. We'll go ahead and swap the sniper for right now.
Enemies! I got it!
No shield!
I will direct this personally. Kill one and 100 will replace it.
One falls.
Assuming control. Your form is fragile. Stop, Shepard.
So you will notice that I do try to take out anybody else that they're able to possess.
Nice! That one hit!
This is what you face.
Because that way he can't just sit there and continue to bring himself back in
Tear you apart.
throughout the rest of the fight and just make life miserable for you.
This will put them down.
Whenever they have that barrier up, like if you want, you can shoot it. I usually just wait for them to step out from behind it.
Destabilizing their bodies.
Then there will also be more over here. And there's also that one off in the distance, that's a Scion, so just be mindful and be cognizant of the fact.
We are harmful. I know you feel this. Focus on Shepard.
Watch it!
Your form
My shields
is
are down.
fragile.
Enemies in front!
Spread your matter to the sea.
Incinerate.
Spread your matter to the sea.
There we go. And so this is where I was saying you have the husks.
Might want to double time it, so we can leave before they blow the Normandy in half.
once you hear that, just start backing up.
As I must.
I got
Go in peace.
Yeah, unfortunately Miranda just did not position him very well. Hey Thane, buddy, you probably should just swap over to your other little rifle there.
Be praised.
Rather unfortunate that there was like an invisible wall there that we seemed to get stuck on.
Taking heavy fire.
I'm not really gonna die here. Okay. Whew. Not even close. And bam, there we go. Miranda dying literally right at the beginning of that made it so much harder. But it's fine. But that is the end of the mission. Now you just gotta walk back over here. It'll take you back to where the shuttle is.
We're out of time, Commander. We have to go.
You heard the man. Everybody onto the Normandy. Move!
Strap in, people!
I'm gonna make him work for it this time.
I can't dodge this guy forever, Edie. Get us the hell out of here.
Specify a destination, Mr. Moreau.
Anywhere that's not here.
Very well. Engaging Mass Effect Core.
Call coming in from the Elusive Man, Commander. I figure you've got a few words for him, too.
Maybe just a couple.
Shepard, looks like Edie extracted some interesting data before the collector ship came back online.
I knew I couldn't trust you.
Edie told us the distress call originated from the collectors. You betrayed us, just like I knew you would.
We're at war. The collectors are taking humans, and every minute we waste is one more we give the enemy to prepare.
I know the stakes, but we're supposed to be on the same side, and I can't trust you.
Without that information, we don't reach the collector homeworld, and you and every other human may as well be dead. It was a trap, but I was confident in your abilities. And don't forget Edie. The collectors couldn't have anticipated her.
You invested in me, why lie?
You could have told me the plan. You say I'm important, but you sure try hard to get me killed.
I needed the collectors to believe they had the upper hand. Telling you could have tipped them off in any number of ways. Besides, I wouldn't have sent you in if I didn't think you could succeed.
I'd have found another way.
I don't risk people. There are always alternatives.
You may not like being on the receiving end, neither would I. But the facts are with me. As much as we try to avoid them, these decisions need to be made. But more importantly, it paid off. Edie confirmed our suspicions. The Reapers and Collector ships use an advanced identify friend-foe system that the relays recognize. All we need to do is get our hands on one of those IFFs.
How do we do that?
I'm guessing you have a plan.
We have a science team working on a derelict Reaper right now. I need you to go and pick up its IFF.
What's the catch?
I get the feeling this isn't going to be a simple swing by and pick up our package.
We lost contact with Dr. Chandana's team shortly after they boarded. Initial reconnaissance revealed no clues, and it was too risky to commit more resources. But now we need that IFF. I'll forward the coordinates to Joker. In the meantime, I suggest you tell your crew I didn't risk their lives unnecessarily. It will make things easier going forward.
Edie, tell the crew to assemble. We've got a lot to talk about.
Of course, Shepard.
So the elusive man didn't sell us out. Could have fooled me.
Lied to us.
I
Used
guess
us.
that's
Needed access
subjective.
to the collector databanks. Necessary risk.
Guess that's subjective to what you define as selling us out. Like, technically he sold you out, quote unquote, by sending you there, but since he did it willingly, you can technically say it wasn't, but tomato, tomato. I agree.
There really wasn't any other choice. Let's just hope this IFF works.
My analysis is accurate, Shepard. I have also determined the approximate location of the collector homeworld, based on navigational data from their vessel.
That can't be right.
It has to be right.
Edie doesn't make mistakes. The collector homeworld is located somewhere in the galactic core.
Can't be. The core is just black holes and exploding suns. There are no habitable planets there.
Could be an artificial construction. Space station protected by powerful mass effect fields and radiation shields.
Even the collectors don't have that kind of technology.
Sovereign did.
The collectors are just servants of our real enemy, and we've all seen what their masters are capable of. They built the mass relays on the Citadel. Who's to say they can't build a space station surrounded by black holes? No wonder nobody's ever returned from a trip through the Omega-4 mass relay.
The logical conclusion is that a small safe zone exists on the far side of the relay, a region where ships can survive. Standard relay transit protocols would not allow safe transport. Drift of several thousand kilometers is common, and would be fatal in the galactic core. The Reaper IFF must trigger the relay to use more advanced encrypted protocols.
We need to build our team.
Just because we can follow the collectors through the relay doesn't mean we can take them out. I don't want to go after them until I know we're ready.
Sooner or later, we need that IFF. I say, why wait?
It's a derelict Reaper. What if the collectors are waiting for us? We may want to build up our team before we take that kind of risk.
Stick with building a team.
The more people we have on our side, the better our chances of success. We need to keep building up the team.
It's your call, Commander. Whatever you decide, we're with you.
And that is where we are going to end today's episode, you guys. As always, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help the channel grow and help the series out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.